I am recording this specifically for my Substack. I might post it other places, but I have been encouraging people to check out my Substack. Please subscribe. Not everything is behind a paywall. There are choices. So I want to introduce myself to people who may not be familiar. My name is Tala Smith. I live in Southern California in the Inland Empire. I teach taking back your quality of life with catastrophic illness and injury. Based on my personal experience, I am a systemic lupus patient. I also have neurological conditions. I am also a heart patient. And I found out last year I'm also hypermobile. All of that said, I've been through a lot of changes. For 6 years, I was primarily vegetarian. Right decision at the time. My gut needed to heal. At 4 years, I started reintroducing things like poultry. And when it came to red meat, I was experimenting with game meat, things that were grass-fed, lamb, goat, grass-fed beef, finally, on top of whatever game meat I could get when I was able, venison, bison. If I'm conscientious, I get along with it fine now. When I first heard about leaky gut syndrome, I foo-fooed the idea, and I was wrong. And it turns out that's really what I was dealing with. Here's what I want to say. Choices are many. And I believe in supporting people in whatever decisions they make. But the rhetoric that we've been fed, vilifying things like whole eggs. I never did buy into that. I never stopped eating egg yolks. Vilifying butter. The most basic foods. It was wrong. Now, once my gut healed and I was able to eat meat again and finally able to eat red meat again, that too was life-changing. I've proven that I can be disciplined and do whatever I need to do, sticking with just vegetarian, doing ovo-lacto-vegetarian or pescatarian, eating fish. I've done all of that. And I'm now doing what is right for my body as far as building and maintaining muscle, and that meant reintroducing red meat. My body let me know when it was time. So I've spent many years reducing and eliminating medications. This is the important part. Plaquenil, otherwise known as hydroxychloroquine, that's the generic name, has been my miracle drug long before the world heard about it because of COVID. I've been taking that medication since 2010. And the reason I've done well is because I'm conscientious. I stay on the lowest dose possible. I detox from it periodically. My eye exams have been flawless, I'm happy to say. But here's the key point. The typical average dose is 400 milligrams a day. I've tried to stay on 200. In bad winters, I go up to 400. But I'm doing the math in my head. I think July was when I reduced my dosage. And for the first time, I just went through winter without having to ramp my dosage back up. But here's the thing. This is a 200 milligram pill. So standard dose would be 2 of these. I've always tried to stay on this 200. I now take half of this, 100 milligrams. It's going to be a year. in very short order. How? Ketovore. I'm not giving up all plant-based foods. As my dear friend and coach for a couple of years said when I asked him, "Do you eat fish?" Because he was the one who got me to go vegetarian. He said, "I'm not a complete psychopath." So I'm going to tell you the same thing. I'm not a complete psychopath. I'm not giving up my blueberries. I'm not giving up the occasional banana. No, I'm not a strict carnivore, and I don't plan to be. I'm simply doing what I know is right for my body. And with that in mind, I follow accounts of people who are also not complete psychopaths and don't feel like you get kicked out of the club if you ate a piece of fruit. You guys, there is no one size fits all. I'm doing what's right for me. And I support people doing what's right for them. If you want to be vegan, go ahead. But I'm just here to share my experience as an example and tell you what it has done for me. I'm not going to tell you everything in this one video. I'm just letting you know who I am. And I think I'm not doing too badly, being that I'm 58 years old and I'm not wearing any makeup. My skin is not flawless. It's not completely lineless. But I'm almost 60 years old, so duh. I've lived a little. I'd like to live a lot more, wouldn't you? The pain that I have at this point is neurological stuff and the hypermobility. My connective tissues are not in the greatest shape. One, because my body doesn't handle collagen correctly. I'm doing what I can supplement-wise and with diet, obviously. But also, I didn't know until last year. So I'm just now doing the physical therapy that's needed to build muscle to support in ways that the muscles shouldn't have to do that job, but they have to do that job. What I want to offer is the benefit of my experience and to teach you how to advocate for yourself in a broken medical system that doesn't understand. A medical system that will not tell you anything about nutrition and diet that is correct for anyone. I am not a medical professional. That's the disclaimer. I will not give you medical advice, but I will teach you how to get the information that you need for yourself. I'm not selling a course. I'm sharing valuable life experience because I care. Many years ago, when I started on this journey of various diagnoses in 2010, I had to learn to fight on my own. And I had to become the person that no one was for me in the beginning. There were very few people actually saying anything about this, about being your own advocate, about fitness as someone who is this ill. My labs are insane. My antibody marker is elevated. And yet, I feel the best, maybe the best I ever have, including my childhood. Let that sink in. My inflammatory markers are almost non-existent. And yet I have been told, if you eat red meat, if you eat a lot of red meat, it's going to make you sick. Your inflammation's going to ramp up. Well, Speaking as a heart patient who now has 65% ejection fraction, that's athletic conditioning, and was not supposed to be possible for me. And my blood pressure, even with white coat syndrome, was 129/83 at my recent appointment. My labs don't look perfect. My skin doesn't look perfect. Nothing is perfect. But I think I'm doing pretty well considering I'm going to be 60 in less than 2 years. I'm letting that sink in. I get approached all the time by accounts that are trying to sell some fitness course, and they want to act like they want to be my friend and ask me questions. And I'm not here for help. I'm here to be the help. As much as I'm not here to sell anything, I'm not here to buy anything either. Yes, there will be deeper content that is behind a paywall because, well, my knowledge and my time is also valuable. And it's not that expensive, okay? But if you can't afford that, you're not going to be left out in the cold either. That's why I'm on social media. Because there was no one like me for me when I needed it. So I'm here. You don't have to formulate some dietary program that's exactly like mine, but I will tell you the truth. I'll tell you all of the things that the doctors and the insurance companies won't. You have a potential story ahead of you like I do, a potential success story that someone else is going to need to hear, just like you're hearing me right now. My life has completely changed, all for the better. Stay savage.